Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday in the afternoon, we got the Season 5 cinematic for Black Ops 6. Now, traditionally, when these come out, I like to make a video that is the story explained for that individual season. However, there isn't a ton of story to explain. However, I do think that there is a lie in this trailer or cinematic. I think there's something that's hidden that maybe I'm right about, maybe I'm wrong about, but I wanted to point it out to get your guys' opinion on it. And of course, I will still explain the story for this. It's just the story kind of sucks. I'll also give you my opinion on it at the very end. But yeah, let me show you the trailer and then explain to you what I mean.
Thank you, gentlemen. Well, thank you very, very much.
Intel says last of the moles have gone to ground. Digging them out won't be easy.
Then you'll be happy to hear the full might of the U.S. military is at your disposal.
Sims.
Words.
Holy shit. They're giving us the keys to the toy box?
Think of it as a welcome home present. So, where do we start?
Payback's a bitch.
So as far as the trailer goes, I think there is 3 different parts to it. One of which was originally supposed to be in the campaign, one of which was added to the cutscene, and then the third of which is just like the gameplay showcase, really nothing special to it. So section number 1, I believe, is this.
Thank you, gentlemen. Well, thank you very, very much.
Now this, your characters get reinstated, they get thanked by the president, and they shake hands. I think originally this part of the trailer was supposed to be an alternate ending to Black Ops 6. I truly believe at one point they had the campaign designed like Black Ops Cold War, where there was going to be multiple endings. Therefore, adding one part where you're not left as a rogue Black Ops agent, but rather you are completely reinstated at the end of the campaign. I don't know why I feel this way. I just feel like this part of the cutscene looks different than the other ones, and I feel as though it was already designed to be in the campaign. I could be totally wrong about that. I have zero proof to support that. It's just like the way that it feels and the way that it would fit in. Truly believe that this was supposed to be an alternate ending that they eventually reused. Now, if you don't know how they reuse this, basically throughout the seasons of Black Ops 6, you start out and you're in Avalon tracking down crime families to try to find members of the Pantheon. Eventually, by the very end, you use Stitch to crack a code which reveals a bunch of the members of Pantheon, and then in the season 5 here, we are hunting down the final moles from the CIA that have gone into hiding. Now, part 2 of the trailer, I feel as though they took the ending cutscene that was supposed to be in the campaign and then just added a bit to it. So this is the part that I think they added.
Intel says last of the moles have gone to ground. Digging them out won't be easy.
Then you'll be happy to hear the full might of the U.S. military is at your disposal.
Sims.
Words.
Holy shit. They're giving us the keys to the toy box?
Think of it as a welcome home present. So, where do we start?
So first things first, this was Lawrence Sims in Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. He was scrawny, unbearded, and then he kind of evolved a little bit going into Black Ops 6 years later. He was now kind of a higher up in the US military, but still no beard. And then this is him in Season 5. He is ripped, and he has a massive beard. I'm not saying Call of Duty is trying to sell TRT or even steroids, but if I've ever seen it on anyone, this guy is juiced out of his gills. So if anything, I believe that this was actually supposed to be the only part of the cinematic for season 5. Basically, they continue off at the end of the campaign, and then Sims comes to help them weed out the extra members of Pantheon that they hadn't killed yet. Now, this eventually joins together to you joining the US military in quite literally blowing out of the water the rest of the moles, and then we get the gameplay segment.
Payback's a bitch.
Can we just all agree that this makes it look as though they're going to be adding Wheelchair Woods as a skin and an operator you can play as in-game? Does it not look like that? I don't think they ever will, because the hitboxes would be beyond weird, but it certainly looks like that. Now, as far as this cutscene goes, I think you can just narrow down what's going on in this cutscene to like one sentence. Number one, the Black Ops Rogue agents get reinstated and join the US military. And if you wanted to add a little bit more, you could say, and now they're hunting down the remaining Pantheon moles from the CIA who they need to dig out from underground. Now, the confusing part is I don't know where they go with this moving forward, because we know with season 6, they're obviously going to have to somehow tie this into Black Ops 7, or at least somehow set it up. Maybe they don't whatsoever. Maybe they just kind of leave us off with one bad Pantheon agent. Maybe in season 6, Jane Harrow is actually alive or something like that. Maybe they don't do something like that, but they're good. That's how things are going to end off. They're going to end off with us weeding out that final Pantheon agent, and that is where this is going to go moving forward. Unlike Black Ops Cold War, it doesn't appear as though they're going to have like one giant ending cinematic. Like that one had like a 3-minute cinematic, which was this diatribe between Stitch and Adler, and it was coalesced in these months and months of story, ended on something big. I don't think we're going to be getting something like that, and it's just because like they've kind of given up on this story. It started out as like a crime family story, and then it somehow transitioned into hunting down Pantheon, and then for some reason Stitch helped us out, and then they never actually revealed who the Pantheon agents actually were, lending to more questions. And that was kind of the biggest problem about the Black Ops 6 campaign. We were left off with a whole bunch of questions that were never answered, and we assumed they would all be answered via the seasonal story. And if anything, via the seasonal story, there were just more questions brought up, like why is Stitch helping them out whatsoever? It doesn't make any sense. And now they are just working with the US military and blowing things up with tanks. So yeah, they in my opinion really gave up on the seasonal story, which is unfortunate, because Black Ops Cold War probably had the best seasonal story out of any game. Maybe Modern Warfare 2019 being close with that one, but yeah, this one sucks. And maybe they ended off on a good note, but when it does get ended, assumably with season 6, we should find that out this week, how long season 5 is actually going to be. But if we do get a season 6, of course I will do an entire wrap up of the whole story, so make sure to subscribe, turn notifications on. And I know you guys have wanted some more Battlefield story. Stay tuned, that's all I'll say. Thanks for watching. Peace.
We are reaching for the stars, but we're made